Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in this channel. Today, I'm going to be showing you how I replaced the power cord on my Shark vacuum cleaner. It's a lift away version. So essentially what's happened is I've hoovered up the cable accidentally and it's just caught it and torn it to shreds. And I've tried another solution, which was to connect it with a kettle connector. So that's the one that you plug in. Problem was every time it even caught a slight snag, it would just disconnect and a bit of a headache. Also, wrapping up the cord didn't work. So what I've decided to do is actually just replace the entire cord with a new one. You can buy a second-hand version of these off eBay. Maybe someone's got a broken vacuum cleaner. Anyway, here it is. And one thing you'll notice is the reason why you want to replace it with a genuine cord is this little boot here. So this little boot means that it locks on and allows those two cables not to have any stress on them. That boot basically locks onto the bodywork of the Shark and it stops any stress being transported over. So the first thing you want to do is take this whole thing apart and remove all the bits that you don't require. So the hose pipe, the handle and the brush bar. They just disconnect with press buttons. So here we've got the main motor and with the filters, etc. And you'll see there it's got these little screw holes and they're pretty obvious to see, but some are hidden away. And these are Torx screws and security Torx screws. Security Torx screws are there just to make life a little bit more difficult. And I'm just pointing out the ones which are pretty obvious to see. So as I said, these need to be all removed. And when you do remove them, draw a little diagram to show where the screws go back and which screws are for which area, because they are different sizes. They are positional screws. So underneath here, you have to remove those little plastic clips and you'll need a trim remover. You can get those from a car shop, car body workshop. So you just pop those off and essentially you're removing them and you'll find here screws here, screws here, screws here. They're all over the place. There's a lot of screws. There's about maybe 16 or 17 screws you need to remove. So as I said, make sure that you do use a little diagram to make life easier when it comes to reassembling it. So remove all those screws, as I said, attach them, and you'll find again some 4 screws here which also need to come out. Okay, and you can see that one right in the center there. There we go. So as I said, these are all hidden away quite nicely. Just make it a little bit more difficult for you to take the unit apart. Okay, when you're taking the unit apart, also remember the foam filter at the bottom. Lift that away and lift the little pad underneath, and you'll find another 3 screws there. And then you'll be able to eventually pop out the back. And here you can see if you remove that little, you see the little white thing there. That is a protection there, but it also crimps all those wires together. Over here, you can see how the boot slides into there and just locks it into that area, and that little live wire connects onto that power switch there. Okay, these 3 or 4 wires or so are all twisted together, and then you put this little white thing on, squeeze it with a set of pliers, and it will basically crimp it shut onto that area. Now that is as simple as that. So the reverse. To put the unit back together is straightforward, but put it all back, look with your eyes, make sure you're doing all the connections properly, and it's as simple as that. I hope you enjoyed that video. Take care.